harm their patient because either they did something that they were not properly trained to do, they just didn't know, and they just sort of stuck their neck out there. Well, let's do this. Nobody's ever done this, but I think this will make it better. And even negligence, the idea of negligence born long before there were malpractice cases in court. As we got into more history, the Middle Ages, we started to have modern laws being passed that made physicians responsible to their patients when things did not go the way that it should. That the patient was disadvantaged in some way by a physician, a provider who should have, who was in a better position than the patient in this situation. In the Western world, the practice of telling the patient the truth and getting their consent actually started as early as the 18th century. Now, there's still countries in our world today where getting consent isn't necessary, where truth and medical intervention is not necessarily the standard. There are people who will come to you and ask you to perform outside of this standard. Mom will be she would just die if you told her that got cancer. Or that she, has heart failure and is only expected to live in the best case scenario 6 months. These people will come to you and ask you because they don't really need the truth. Because the truth will be harmful to them. But the relationship with the patient often will disallow you to affirm these kinds of requests. Okay, you don't want me to tell them the truth? Okay, we can look at that. And these are certain things like and you can see that it's like and it was an oath that was uttered, that was kind of a covenant or a promise that those who were entering medicine would sign on to. Into whatever houses I enter, I'll go into them for the benefit of the sick. And what does that mean? For the benefit of the sick. What's the pretty word for that? So we have this idea or doctrine of beneficence in that part. Abstaining from every voluntary act of mischief or corruption. And that says, I recognize that the relationship between me, the physician, and the patient is not balanced. I am the more powerful one in this relationship. corrupt this relationship and we look here to more contemporary language, but all that flowed out of Ovid. And it says that I'm not going to carry out any research on anything without valid informed consent. That term wasn't even presented yet, but the idea was locked into the words that he did. Where children are involved, again, very difficult. Because do we need research on children? Yes, we do. We have drugs, and we have drugs that were meant for the use of for adults, and we want to say, well, it works so well in an adult with asthma. Why don't we try it on a kid? We just kind of play with the doses and see what happens. And so we don't have good data because we don't have good research. And because kids have even shorter arms, talked about that, but in a relationship with a provider and a patient, the enhanced status of the doctor means that his arms are long. And kids have even big arms in this relationship because often they don't get to speak or their voice isn't as loud in this situation. So getting research, the much needed research on kids is much more difficult. Again, because of the and that paternalism. Somebody tell me about paternalism, and that is what we're talking about. I know that. Okay, you know that, but tell us some more words. Say again? That was my formation. It's something I don't know how to make. What does paternalism, where does that word come from? Father, dad, father. Yeah. So, the paternalistic nature of medicine is not new. And again, we've spoken about countries where this is still the rule of the day. You don't necessarily have to divulge everything you know. You make a decision, and you make a diagnosis, and you make pretty much a decision. You don't really enter into a conversation with all the information to your patient, and then have the patient decide. And for many, many years, and currently in some places, patients didn't want to know. Doc, you know, I trust you. I know you're the best. Tell me what to do. Tell me when to show up. Tell me what medicine to take. And we're going to go with that. So, yes, paternalism ruled the day for thousands of years. We see that doctor provider in the middle is a woman. So to have a fatherly, paternalistic attitude is not gender. Now, we get to the saying something else. And again, we said that it's particularly fraught requirement to bring a case of negligence in the United States. There has to have been a duty on the part of the provider to the patient. That duty has had to have been breached. They had a duty, he did not hold to the duty, so that duty was breached. That's not the end of it. The breach, the duty alone, even the duty plus the breach, is not enough to say you get a big wad of money at the end. What else do you need? There has to have been some harm. You had a duty to set my broken leg with glue past the plaster. But you put tape plaster on my leg, and I found out a year later that the standard was glue, and I had tape, which was going to be fine, right? Yes, but you still had a duty. You still breached the duty, and I'm still going to bring a case to you. Well, there's probably some shady lawyer out there that will say, yeah, you sure did. Show me a picture of your blue cat. Yeah, which we're going to go for. That attorney who takes a case that has duty and breach, but obviously, no, the damages of this person just won American Ninja Warriors, after recovered and started training and stuff. That there is a consequence for lawyers who take what's called frivolous lawsuits and bring them to the court and waste the court time and waste the money their cases. So they can come under a judgment. They can judgment of the court and have to pay them. So these are the things that you have to do. You get damages when you have usually a harm, then it's possible that the court or a jury can say, okay, you get a big wad of money. So we're talking about consent, and this is probably a case that we know destruction law case. That happens in New York. And the very abbreviated facts of the case was that patient who became plaintiff, married, went into the hospital because her physician said, yeah, there's something going on in your abdomen. We need to get this thing figured out. And what we're going to do is, because I can get a much better examination of your abdomen when you are under anesthesia, then we can, I'll have a better idea. I'll be able to really calculate and get in there and know what we're dealing with, the size and the all those kinds of things. And she says, okay, cool. I'll consent to this examination under anesthesia. She did, put her to sleep. We got his examination. And he determined at that time, this is a definite tumor. I've felt tumors like this many times before. And the best thing for this woman is to not have her come back, sign another consent form, then do the surgery. We've got her here right now. I'm doing the best thing. She's asleep. I can't ask her. I'm going to cut her open and take the So that is a very paternalistic maneuver. And he took a big risk. It ended up that the conversation before was, I will make this decision later. He determined, since he had no voice, that he was going to take it out on his own. Even though, in the end, he could sit around lunch and say, but you know what? It was a malignant tumor, and he saved her some time, and you always want to get tumors out because of the risk of metastasis and blah 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 blah. And he really did a good thing for her. Well, no. The court said that's not how we roll anymore. Okay? That worked then, but it's not going to work anymore. Justice Benjamin Cardozo was one of my favorite justices. He was then on the Supreme Court of New York, and not yet New York, but the United States. Wrote these words that every human being of adult years and sound mind has the right to determine what shall be done to his own body. Here is born our doctrine of consent. It's saying you're of adult years. What's the other legal term for that? The age of majority. In most states, that age is what? 18. So we got a problem when we're talking about children. Because we're never going to use that. Sound mind, that's a pretty word for that. Huh? No capacity. Okay. So if we got those two things, then that person should make the decision, and the paternalistic wishes, whims of the medical profession is no longer going to hold if it's brought to a court of law. So the standard paradigm in decision-making consent is that competent adults, competent and have a decisional capacity. Also, adult means that they have reached a majority. There's a couple of things tied up in that one term, competent adult. So they can refuse unwanted treatment. So just as consent means I'm allowing you to do this to my body, that same paradigm works in the reverse that says I have a right to tell you what I do not want to be done to my body. Ms. Schoendorf said it is the reverse before she went in for her examination. Now, the classic medical dilemma is Jehovah's Witnesses' right to refuse an unwanted treatment. Their religious conviction says that I cannot receive a blood transfusion even if it will save my life. Children get in this tangle, and this is one of the times when the medical profession will say, knock, 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 wake up, judge, I need you on this. The parents of Jehovah's Witnesses, they're saying no. And all I need to be able to do is to transfuse this kid and then die. I can't produce that. And this is one of those times when medical decision making is taken from the bedside into the courtroom. And non-determinate. This is, we're going to put all our options out on the table, and we're going to select between the options that you understand the risk and benefit of all those on the table. But we should also not forget that one of the possible decisions is reviewing all three. So we just determined that it lacks capacity and skills, but we will find as we go on that that's not engraved in stone. There are some situations that we will come to in decisions that when the kids are allowed to. So best interest, welfare of the child are paramount. Many times, most times, these things can be worked out in offices, in the hospital. Sometimes we have to call in who in the hospital. Huh? Ethics committee, yes. You'll have to meet and bring in cases records, bring in views, and bring in somebody from social work, and bring in somebody from social. Everybody who's got something to do with those cases, and try to hammer out how we're going to go about making sure the cases the best way possible. And always, the committee is always going to try to keep it at the best time. Lots of talking, lots of moving, lots of teaching, and all kinds of support from all kinds of different will be involved. You already know about principles of autonomy were born out of this Schellendorf case. It took that case to really bring to a head that patients should be able to, if they meet those requirements, those baseline requirements, should be able to make autonomous. Yes, in the best case scenario, we want it to be an interactive partnership, but at no time should we, as an advisor, step in and say, no, we have not role, and we should have a lot of work. Again, what? So, what are the elements of consent? Decisional capacity, competence, there's another way you can say that. You said no, you said competence. Another way you said it. Decisional capacity. What else that we haven't talked about yet, but you know? Another element of informed consent. And I don't like the word informed consent. I'd rather say something like valid consent, because information is not enough. So what else do we need for valid consent? We have somebody who is the majority and has the decisional capacity. Huh? Second?
No pressure or
voluntary. Voluntary, there's something else. There's another couple of words that you need to tag on to voluntary.
We just need to stick it and glue it on to voluntary.
2 words.
Non-coerced.
Okay. Not only do they have to volunteer, but they can't volunteer after you've had a chemical over their skirt head or, push them,
Force them, pressure them into the decision that you like the